Good evening, friends, followers, channel members. Happy Wednesday. Yeah, midweek madness here at Gatwick. There's a lot of traffic on the ground. This is the only evening stream I'm going to get a chance to do this week due to work and whatnot. So I thought, well, let's make it a good one. What a favourite route. Gatwick to Innsbruck. Everyone loves Innsbruck, right? So, except the guy flying it. And we're on live weather, we're on live time as well, so yeah, should be a good one. Flight time is around 1 hour 25 minutes in total. That is, of course, we've still got to get out of Gatwick where there's a lot of traffic. A nice long taxi down to runway 08 right as well, currently in use. So let's just go ahead and well, without further ado, we will look at getting started. So welcome on board, guys. Hey, Barry, Jez, Dark Fury, Garrison liking the vid already. Thanks, Garrison. Christian, good evening. Yeah, those vegetable rolls, they're just for you. Gareth and Barwald. Hi, Barwald. How you doing? I've not seen you for a while, so great to have you on board this this evening, or this morning for you, as as it is. I did think about altering the time for this stream in the sim, just to have a bit of daylight, but I thought, no, do you know what? Innsbruck at night, it adds something to the arrival, doesn't it? Fear. But no, we'll be fine. Let's go ahead and get started. The operational flight plan, as always, is in the chat for those of you watching on YouTube. And Balwold, you've been in the UK for about 5 weeks and you're still saying good morning. Fair enough. How are you enjoying the UK anyway? Let's get on board, shall we? There's a lot of EasyJet passengers and flights here in Gatwick. Great to see. So I want to get boarding pretty much straight away. We need to go ahead and grab the ATIS and things. But before I do that, aircraft is in its turnaround state. As we can see, all's fine on here. Let's just turn the packs off before we get that on. So we're going to go ahead, we'll start the APU, then we'll have a look at the operational flight plan, and we're going to be taking quite a bit of extra fuel. One, not just because it's Innsbruck, which has a whole host of other things going for it, but there's also a small chance of thunderstorms and rain showers. I don't want that. So yeah, let's go ahead and listen to the ATIS, get the information that we need. Frequency 13652. The stream tonight does come with an added bit of a gotcha and danger threat, and that is I'm currently on my own with 4 kids hopefully asleep upstairs. Let's hope they stay that way. 13652, let's check out the ATIS.
Gatwick Information Romeo, time 1820 Zulu, runway in use 08 right, transition level flight level 75, surface winds 280 degrees 4 knots, cab OK, temperature +18, dew point +12, QNH 1007. Acknowledge receipt of information Romeo, and advise aircraft type on first contact.
Right, okay, let's come off that. Confirmation there, runway 08 right is in use, and the QNH 1007, information radio, cab OK. Light winds, what was it, 280 at 4, so very slight tailwind, isn't it, that? Oh, never mind. Alright, let's continue with the setup then. Let's go and have a look at our operational flight plan and check out what we're going to do with the fuel. Will, good evening, mate. You're over the moon. You've just passed the Class 2 medical. Oh, fantastic! Is that for your? Are you going for your PPL, Will? That'd be amazing, wouldn't it? Right, let's have a look. We've got about 15 tons of cargo. Alternate Munich. Cost index of 85370. A little tailwind to help us along our way tonight. Shear rate of 4. That's all right. Oddvik to Zulu departure. That all looks fine. Just over 3.3 tons of plug fuel. Weather then, yeah, let's have a look. So currently at the moment, variable cumulonimbus cloud 6,000 feet, broken 11,000. No significant changes. There's a probability here though, with winds being variable, getting up to gusts of 30 knots with thunderstorms and rain, cumulonimbus slides. So it all depends on these CBs that are currently just hovering around. Hopefully they'll behave, do be nice to us when we get there. But that is a big thing which I'm looking at and thinking, well, we probably need to have a look at taking some more fuel for that. We've also got quite a bit of traffic as well going into Innsbruck tonight, because I think Innsbruck is fully staffed via VATSIM wise. So another reason to take extra fuel. Let's have a quick look at the chart. Oh, there we go as well. Cumulonimbus clouds there. Icing as well as we're in on the descent. Yes, so interesting. So what fuel should we take? Well, for me, I'd always, when we've got those things, that let's imagine worst case scenario, lots of holding, cumulonimbus, bad weather, diversion. I would be quite happy to, what's our underload? Right, I'd be quite happy to throw a couple of tons on there. I think we could safely get away with that, which means, though, before I do go ahead and do that, let's just see. So that would mean our landing weight would be, what, 63.5 tons? Yeah, if we throw 2 tons extra, 63.5 tons. Well, dispatch calculation. So let's check that out. And runway 26. We'll call it dry. Well, no, let's call it good. There's a chance of rain, isn't there? Pilot meta. What did I say? 63.5 tons. And let's go with auto brake medium. Oh, see, this is where things start to go a bit worrisome. Maximum manual braking. I'm not stopping there. If it's dry, we're fine. But what happens if it starts to rain? So can we take? Let's go 63 tons. See what that does. Maximum manual, we still can't get it with 63. So what we're going to do? Are we going to gamble that it's going to be dry and hope we're okay? If it becomes wet, then we're a bit stuffed, really, aren't we, with that? And Johnny says take the 8 knot tailwinds and Christian, we can set max reverse, but that isn't actually going to do very much. it really isn't, and usually these are done with no reverse. So the idea is it's worst case scenario. So let's say reverse thrust goes bang somewhere over the channel and that's not working. What's the wind doing here? 090 at 8. So yeah, that's the tailwind not helping us out there. Will you advise taking runway 08 as opposed to 26? Yes, but it is night time. So runway 08 at night is, as far as I'm aware, not permitted unless you've done it in the daytime, and of course have got special licensing. And at the moment, this is the key thing as well, at the moment runway 26 is in use, so that's why we're looking for runway 26. If it's dry, we're absolutely fine. So Johnny, yeah, absolutely, it is flyable, but there are certain parameters in place for that. But the main thing is, it doesn't matter whether it's doable. What matters is that that's not the runway they're currently using. So, or do we just throw passengers off? That is another option, a real world option. Do we just throw some passengers off and say, sir, we've got a problem. We can go, but we can't take all of you. So if that is the case, I've never had to do this before. I think we may have to throw some passengers off, because I'm not happy. I'm not happy really taking any more than 1.5 tons spare because of the potential for the weather, the holding that we might have to do. Because the landing weights, anyway, were quite heavy. So the landing weight was meant to be about 61.5. So do you know what happens if we do change that to 61.5? Of course, you've got to remember this is the Fenix, so we are going to end up with, oh well, we are right at the edge. Medium auto brake, 61.5 tons. Do you know what? We are going to be overweight anyway. We're going to be overweight because it doesn't like burning fuel, the Fenix. So let me just run a quick calculation. What we are going to do instead then, we're going to upset some passengers this evening, say we're very sorry, we can't take you all. We either don't bother, we cancel the flight, or we don't take you all. So let's run some numbers. We should have 15 tons of passengers. 15 tons of passengers, yeah, 15 tons of payload. So instead, we are going to offload 3,000 kilograms. Okay, we're going to offload 3,000 kilograms. So we're going to have a payload of 12 ton. And then I'm going to take 2 tons of extra fuel. Then we should be fine. Alright, that's what we're going to do. So let's go to our Fenix page, go upset the passengers, mass and balance. Sorry guys, can't take this many. So our planned zero fuel weight is going to drop to 57.9. Sorry, 56.9. 56.9. This would be where a slider would be quite high. Oh, there we go. 56.9. There we go. So we're going to have to upset some passengers. Really sorry about that, guys. And we're going to take 8.3 tons of fuel. There we go. Right, so I'm now happier with those weights, and we're good to go. So, hey Peter, good evening sir, and celebrating 8 months of memberships. Peter, time does indeed fly. Just like me. Thanks Peter, really appreciate your support over that time. It's been wonderful. Okay, happy with that. Let me go ahead, get the APU bleed on, then we can actually start boarding them all, can't we? Oh, right, well, that was painful. We've just had to argue. Well, I haven't had to argue. The captain said, no, we're not doing it. So, there we are. That's all done. We're going to start setting up the box and everything now. Just whilst I'm waiting for that last little bit, just check the cockpit prep's all done. It should be. We're in the turnaround state. We'll just turn these down a little bit. We don't want to boil the passengers as they get on. They're already going to be pretty peed off with me. So that's done, that's done, that's done. That will fine. Yeah, okay, good. It was C menu, just a flight in it. I normally do this before the stream starts, but I didn't get a chance this evening. Right, 1 hour 25 minutes. Perfect. So IRS, what we got? We got our 3 nav greens in, aircraft status, right engines, right aircraft cycle, yada yada yada. Any request? We'll start boarding in a minute. Right, the flight number tonight is flight easy, not an alphanumeric, 8293. Cost index of 8, and we've got a cruise flight level 370. Temperature is what? 54. Minus 54, of course. Ground temperature is 18. Oh yeah, do you know what? I've actually been cold today at some point. First time since sort of March, earlier on in the year, that was cold. Tropos 37386, and we'll go ahead. Get those winds downloaded. Right, I'm happy to start boarding now.
Cabin crew, we're all happy with how things are up here, so now
boarding requested.
Start letting our passengers on board. Thank you.
No problem.
Right, so passenger boarding is shortly underway. And Peter, you shouldn't really have to say anything about now. Peter, you're amazing, Peter. Thank you so much. You're an absolute legend of the channel, Peter. Thank you so much for your continued support in membership and, of course, your super chats as well. Really, very, very kind of you. Okay, so what are we doing? We're departing 08 right, Odd Vic to Zulu departure.
Pilots boarding starting.
Oh, the pilots are already on board, my dear. So we are planning runway 26. Now, they use the lock, but the preferred approach is the RNAV 26. So that's the one that I'm going to try and request when we get there. The RNAV 26. Why is it? We want the RNAV. It should be the RNAV Romeo. Try again. RNAV Zulu. RNAV Zulu. Is that in there? Yeah. RNAV Zulu 26. That's the one. And the approach is the Madeb 1 Bravo tonight. Which of course comes in via the Rattenberg NDB. Operational flight plan 556 miles, we've got 583 miles. Bit of a discrepancy there. Shall we have a look at what's going on? Let's see. No, that actually, that looks quite accurate to me. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that, so I'm not quite sure what's going on with the mileage, but that's alright. So that's that done. Pop Dover, just hard code that in.
Crew boarding starting.
Pop Mayfield in as well, just in case we need it. We shouldn't do. Right, have we got the load sheet yet? We've not. Now I'm going to kind of force this and... oh, hello crew. Let's try and force that load sheet then if we can. So just resend that, thank you. Then we can start working on some figures. Preliminary ones. Right, so our zero fuel weight is 50... Oh, that's interesting. Ah, is this going to be based on the original load sheet? Do you know what? I bet it is. So I bet this is going to be quite different. As we offloaded some passengers, didn't we? Right, well, if we've offloaded the passengers... Let's just have a look on here, see what we've got. Yeah, I don't really want to use this load sheet. This load sheet is now obsolete and, well, not really any good. So, I can't really do too much with this. So we might just have to.
Your crew has boarded.
Do you know what? I actually need
Passengers
to load the
boarding
aircraft,
starting.
There we go. Right, so we're refueling and that as well. Right, I will hit accept. We're not going to use that. Let's see now if I've hit the loading the aircraft. Will it send us a more up-to-date one? So resend that one. Let's see if that happens. I do like this when it works. Yeah, aren't these guys lucky? None of these guys got told that they're not flying tonight. So, welcome guys. God, there's a lot of them. Let's see if we've got an updated load sheet then. Does this look any better? Ah, no, it's still exactly the same. I think it's just because it comes straight from... it just comes straight from SimBrief, so I'm not going to use this. I'm not going to put those in just yet. I'm going to... I'll throw in the alternate fuel, which is... Let's call that 1.5. I'll leave that there for the time being. our block fuel, we're going to take 8.3. I'm not going to enter that just yet. I'm going to let the aircraft do its work in a moment. Right, well, whilst I'm waiting then, let's do the secondary flight plan. So we'll copy the active. And what's the engine out procedure for runway 08 right? $1,700 feet standard right turn Willow. Okay. So we'll pop that in after Kilo Kilo Echo 04. So Kilo Kilo Echo 04. Track 077. 10 miles. And then Willow. Enter the hold at Willow, and that is inbound 284. And is that right turns, left turns? Then we'll come back to Gatwick. What's our takeoff weight going to be? Our takeoff weight's going to be above maximum landing weight. Okay. So, worth bringing into our brief. And then we're going to be landing back here, runway 08 right. No start. And back in via Willow. And that should look beautiful. Yeah, we've done it a dozen times before, haven't we? So, we know that's all correct. Oh, right, just need the proper load sheet now before I can run any performance calculation figures. So, just need that to be updated. There we go, that's just confirmation all of that engine out procedure looks good. Right, well, whilst we're waiting for that to come through, we may as well get hold of ATC and check that everything we want is correct. So, what frequencies are online here in Gatwick tonight? We've got ground frequency. We do 1218. Let's give them a call. See how busy they are on frequency as well.
Sorry, half of the ground traffic is with Tower right now because he's got an exam and only half of it is with me, so I have to kind of guess where some of the planes are going before I can taxi you to your gate.
Okay, that's not a good,
Right, okay.
good start.
And ground for Sunday 18 Whiskey Delta.
Sunday 18 Whiskey Delta ground, go ahead.
We are a bit lost in terms of finding Juliet 4. We are now taxiing on Juliet westbound. Can you help us out?
Juliet 4's right at the
Yeah, Sunday
end.
18 Whiskey Delta, continue taxiing Juliet to, and Juliet 4 will be all the way at the end of Juliet.
Yeah, it's not actually
Roger,
shown on the
copy
Navigraph
that.
chart,
We are
so fair
continuing
play to the guy.
taxis on
It's
18
not
Whiskey
easy
Delta.
to find that one. Gatwick ground, good evening. Easy 8293 stand 103 requesting FR clearances filed to Innsbruck, and we have information Romeo type A320.
All traffic standby.
Oh, Peter, I can't wait to come in on VATSIM and have your controllers. Hey, Ronald. Good evening to you. Smokey, it's night time. We're not doing the circle to land, my friend.
Captain 814 Charlie, ready to taxi.
Christian, that's right. It is on the A380 taxi restriction page, which, crazy that it's on that page and on no others. Weird, isn't it? Oh, Barry, shame work once again getting in the way, but have a good one, mate, and we'll see you again soon. Sado, I do indeed have a joystick, side stick, whatever you want to call it.
Get Papa Mike ready, check.
Yeah, he's... I didn't realise... Did he say there was an exam going on in the tower tonight at Gatwick? Oh, God bless them. Andy Rich, thank you for subscribing.
Easy 8983 taxi holding point Juliet 4 by Juliet.
34 by Juliet, easy 8983.
Hey David, good to see you, mate.
Neptune 814 Charlie, taxi holding point, taxi uniform hold short of Juliet for now, please. Thank you.
Alright, the taxi uniform holds for Juliet at 814.
Easy 6435, taxi holding point 555 via Romeo, Lima and Quebec Alpha. I appreciate your patience.
555 via Romeo, Lima, Quebec Alpha.
We could try and send him a...
This is the GSM Papa Mike, request IFR clearance to Amsterdam schedule.
Easy 7 Papa Mike, Gatwick ground, report aircraft type, stand number and ATIS information, please.
So where are we? We're gate 103.
Refueling truck is on its way.
I don't need to refuel.
Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do it.
Who's called the fuel
Ground,
truck?
good evening, EG24 Delta Echo.
Easy 24 Delta Echo, Gatwick ground, passing message.
EG24 Delta Echo, A320, stand 105, information Sierra, request IFR to Innsbruck.
EG24 Delta Echo, looks like you filed off the wrong runway. You're cleared to Innsbruck, Oddvik to Zulu departure, then Yankee 311 to the Dover VOR, then a filed squawk 5252.
Yeah, roger, we just refiled the flight plan, but it didn't go through, obviously. Oddvik to Zulu, Yankee 311 to Dover, 5252 on the squawk. EG24 Delta Echo.
EG24 Delta Echo, lovely, read back correct.
So we've just sent a pre-departure list.
EG8983, contact tower 124, decimal
See if that
225.
happens.
EG8983, 124, 225, fly.
Sunday 18 Whiskey Delta, tower 124, decimal 225, enjoy your flight.
124, 225, Sunday 18 Whiskey Delta, bye.
Neptune 814 Charlie, taxi Juliet 408, Juliet, holding point Juliet 4, runway 08 right by Juliet.
Taxi Juliet, holding point Juliet 408 right,
Will, the hold is left turns and the course is 284. Give him another couple of minutes. He does sound like he's busy. There's obviously quite a lot going on this evening. Glad we loaded extra fuel. Ah, Peter, you're going for your PPL in a couple of weeks. Oh, fantastic. You can control yourself. Right, well, might as well turn that off. Don't need that anymore. Turn those on.
Fuel truck is in position.
Gatwick ground, Nordic 11 Golf, stand 17, type 737-800, request clearance to Oslo Guard 1.
Hey, Mark.
Nordic 11 Golf, Gatwick ground, report ATIS information.
We got Sierra on board, Nordic 11 Golf.
Nordic 11 Golf, lovely. You cleared to Oslo, Frame 1 Zulu departure, squawk 2050.
Clear to Oslo, Frame 1 Zulu departure and squawk 2050 for Nordic 11 Golf.
Neptune 814 Charlie, contact tower 124, decimal 225. Bye.
124, 225, that's the 814 Charlie.
Whose idea was it to depart
Nordic
out of
11
Gatwick?
Golf, reject that.
Like A320 information Sierra on board at gate 16, request I-5 schedule.
Nordic 11 Golf, leave that correct, break easy 7 Papa Mike, you cleared to Amsterdam, Frame 1 Zulu departure, squawk 7641.
Do you think he missed our initial clearance because something happened there, didn't it?
Cleared
We'll
to
give him another
schedule
call.
and Frame 1 Zulu departure, squawk 764. You check that.
We've now got information Sierra as well.
Easy 7 Papa Mike, read that correct.
And Gatwick ground easy 8293, stand 103, type A320, requesting IFL clearances filed to Innsbruck. We have information Sierra.
Easy 8293, Gatwick ground, good evening, you cleared to Innsbruck. A12, Odvig 2 Zulu departure, squawk 3465.
Cleared via Odvig 2 Zulu departure, squawk 3465, easy 8293.
Easy 8293, read that correct.
Wonderful. Right, I think we're done with the boarding. So I just need that final load sheet, then I can run the performance figures. Let's just go to our ground services page. And can get rid of those. What's happening with the doors? Well, I've still got some passengers to board according to self-loading cargo. That's fine. Ah, the final load sheet's through. Excellent. Right, let's get the squawk in before we forget. What was it? 3, 4, 6, 5. Squawk's done. Initial climb's going to be 6,000. That's good. Right, initial load sheet. Well, actually, that's our final load sheet. So, let's do it this way. So the final load sheet then, here we go, 56.9. And zero fuel weight is 30.3. Fuel planning. What we got? 8.3 tons. Aircraft block fuel says 6.3. Excellent. 8.3 tons. That gives a takeoff weight then bang on 65. And we've got a CFG for takeoff of 28.2. Right, let's run the perf. So, what a night. Busy ATC. We've thrown passengers off already because I'm not happy with the potential weather. 08 left, no, 08 right. Dry. Config 1, no, off. Takeoff weight 65, bang on. And the takeoff weight 68. Oops, try again. 60. No, I'm reading the wrong one. 28.2. There we are. Grab the live weather. Intersection data, Golf 1's always good. Is it Golf 1 or Hotel 1? I think it's Golf 1. Yes, Golf 1. So that's on there. 140, 140, 143. And we've got 1203 is our thrust reduction, etc. So change that. 1203. Not exactly a lot in it, but just for accuracy's sake. Flaps 1. And what's the flex? 63. Lovely. Right, I think we're going to be around ready to do a brief, finally. So we'll keep this as straightforward as possible. So, departure brief, weather here in Gatwick, no issues, cav okay, QNH 1007, and winds 280 at 4, so nice and light, good runway conditions. Aircraft is fully serviceable, type A320, no weather radar however. Thankfully the train radar works on this one, which we do need coming into Innsbruck. No NOTAMs for us tonight going out of Gatwick. Threats, lots of traffic would be the main thing for me, lots of traffic. We've got a student air traffic controller on tower, I'm sure we'll be absolutely fine, but it's just worth bringing into the brief. We're pretty familiar with Gatwick as well, so we should be okay there. Let's just see what we expect for the taxi then. So we are at stand 103, so we're going to push back. I'm going to guess we'll probably be facing west on Kilo, and then it'll take us Kilo Romeo Juliet all the way down to either the end, Juliet 4, or we'll tell them to take Golf. The departure then is straight out. Nice departure. What is it? The Oddvik 2 Zulu. Just see if we can find that for us here on the tab. Oddvik 2 Zulu. There it is. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, there you go. Doesn't get much more straightforward than that, does it? So, yeah, initial climb 6,000 feet, no turns below 710. Speed restrictions 250, that's fine as well. Straight out to Oddvik. With the taxi, we'll probably look at doing single engine taxi because there's a lot of traffic. It could take a while as well. So noise abatement 2 for the departure, straight out. Initial climb 6,000 as I said. First turn is a slight right turn, transition level 7,500 feet. Emergency brief then, standard Airbus emergency brief. Engine out procedure is standard once we pass 1,700 feet and we're all secured. Right turn to Willow and hold. Takeoff weight is around half a ton above maximum landing weight. So realistically, once we've taken off, burnt some fuel, we'll be below maximum landing weight anyway if we need to get back in. So that's not going to cause us any issues at all. So that's yeah, that's all worked out quite nice. I think that's us done. Let's hurry up and start getting ready to get out of here.
Hi Gavin, all the passengers are on board and we're ready to go. I'll bring you a cup of tea after we've taken off.
That's great, thank you.
Could do with something stronger. Okay, last couple of checks. Fuel's all done, balance, etc. Hydraulics fine. And yeah. Turn the conditions down, so we've got good conditions. Pressure PSI is fine. Temperatures there are fine. Good. Very good. Alright, let's run our before start checklist. So our cockpit preparation then is completed. Our signs are on auto. It is, we've got 3.5 green. Fuel quantity is 8270. Altimeter is 1007, 200 feet. Right, let's get the ground crew into position then, and we'll start getting ready to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck this morning, let me welcome you on board this EasyJet aircraft as you settle in for what we hope is going to be a most enjoyable flight. The weather today doesn't look to be posing much of a problem, so we should have a nice smooth ride for you throughout the duration of the flight. And as the cabin crew continue making their last preparations, if you could please assist them by getting yourselves sat down, your seatbelts fastened, and make yourselves nice and comfortable. The ground crew have now finished loading the aircraft, and we're just about finished with all our pre-flight checks, so it won't be long until we are pushing back. If you could please give the cabin crew your full attention as they go through the safety briefing, we'd very much appreciate it. So on behalf of myself and the first officer, we'd like to say thank you for choosing EasyJet today, and we look forward to giving you a safe flight.
Okay, not quite sure what's going on with the fueling truck. Don't need that, so might have to just reset the position of the aircraft now, because I don't want that. I just want to push back. So if we just quickly hit reset, that should sort that out. Oh, that normally has to regenerate. Give that a second, but that's fine.
Cabin crew, we're about ready to push back, so if you could please hold the door and cross-check. Thank you.
Where is our tug? Do we actually have a tug waiting for us? Oh yeah, there he is. Wow, he's close. Right, let's see if we can actually get out of here.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Tower frequency will get in standby 124225.
All stations, radio check.
325.
All stations, Gatwick ground is now logging off. Contact Gatwick Tower on 124.225.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin.
Hello, ET59 Delta Kilo, we're ready to taxi.
Easy 59 Delta Kilo, Gatwick Tower, hello.
And Gatwick Tower, easy 8293, stand 103 is ready for push and start.
Easy 8293, Gatwick Tower, hello, stand 103, push and start through face west.
Push and start through facing west, easy 8293. Wonderful.
Gatwick Tower, good evening, Janik 671 is ready to taxi.
74, request taxi. Shannon 671, taxi holding point, Juliet 1, runway 08 right by Quebec Alpha, Lima, Quebec and Juliet.
Taxi holding point, Juliet 1 for runway 08 right by Quebec Alpha, Lima, Quebec and Juliet, Janik 671.
Neptune mates 14 Charlie, traffic is in Cessna 172, right crosswind, runway 08 right, surface wind 270 degrees.
Busy night like this, exam in the tower. And there's a Cessna. Cessna traffic to deal with as well. God bless.
59 Delta Kilo, taxi holding point, Juliet 1, runway 08 right by Quebec Alpha, Lima, Quebec and Juliet.
Holding point, Juliet 1, runway 08 right by Quebec Alpha, Lima, Quebec, Juliet, 59 Delta Kilo.
Release parking brakes.
Gatwick Tower, Tomjet, Mavic to Mike, stand 174.
Okay, before start checklist, windows and doors are...
Tomjet 9 Victor Mike, Gatwick Tower, hello,
not closing
taxi
arms.
Sierra,
Let's try
hold
that,
short
shall
of
we? Why have I
Juliet.
put the taxi light on? Just blind the ground crew. They were very upset with me.
Golf Lima Foxtrot, traffic.
Right, windows and doors are now closing arms. Beacon light is on, phones on silent, parking brake on, and release.
Golf Lima Foxtrot visual, we're downwind, full stop.
Commencing push.
Golf Lima Foxtrot, thanks. At the end of the downward leg, enter left-hand orbit into left.
How do I select to do ignition and
Enter downwind,
starting
left
engine?
orbit, Golf Lima Foxtrot.
This is EGSM Papa Mike, request push and start.
Easy 7 Papa Mike, Gatwick Tower, hello, stand 18, push and start through face west.
Push and start through facing west for EGSM Papa Mike.
Neptune 814 Charlie, contact Gatwick, correction. London Control 134.125, below.
134.125, Neptune 814 Charlie, good night.
Gatwick Tower, Nordic 11 Golf, stand 17, request push and start.
Nordic 11 Golf, Gatwick Tower, hello, stand 17, push and start through face west.
In your seat pocket, showing the exit route.
Check that fixes.
Push and start through
13412
facing west,
after
Nordic
departure.
11 Golf.
That you must adopt.
Gatwick Tower, good evening, easy 33 Romeo, radio check.
There are two.
Easy 33 Romeo, Gatwick Tower, hello, readability
In
5.
the middle.
Thank you very much, easy 33 Romeo, type Airbus A320. Tango on board, stand 107, clearance to Manchester, please.
Parking brakes.
Parking
Easy
brake set.
33 Romeo, stand by.
Information for good
Carry
engine
baggage
start.
on board. Your seatbelt is fastened, adjusted, and released as shown. It must be fastened when the seatbelt signs are on, and we recommend...
Easy 24 Delta Echo, runway 08 right, surface wind 270 degrees, 4 knots, clear takeoff, traffic is Cessna 172, right down.
towards you to start the oxygen.
Unlocking gear.
Roger traffic, clear takeoff, 08 right, easy 24 Delta Echo.
Hold in place with the strap. Pull on
Jet 9 I capture the Jet 2 Boeing 737, passes correction the EasyJet Airbus 320, passes left to right, taxi holding point Juliet 1, runway 08 right by Juliet.
over your head.
Okay, so we'll get the spoilers ready.
Yeah,
So
that's an
Fox
aircraft
1.
EasyJet, taxi for Juliet 1, 08
Trim.
right by Juliet, Tomjet, Mavic to Mike.
Do not inflate it inside the aircraft. When outside, inflate by pulling the toggle. If it fails to inflate or needs topping up, blow into the tube. There is a light and whistle for attracting attention.
Tow truck
Golf
disconnected.
Lima Foxtrot, report final number 1.
For children.
Report final 08 right, Golf Lima
Must now be
Foxtrot.
Left is
stowed,
clear,
armrest
right is
down,
clear.
window blinds open.
Easy 24 Delta Echo, contact London Control 134.125, good day.
EasyJet.
134.125.
Right, tugs out the
Delta
way.
Echo,
We're
thanks,
ready to go. We just need to get our clearance. Tower Easy 8293 is ready for taxi. We can depart via Golf 1 if required.
Easy 8293 Gatwick Tower, hello, thank you. Taxi Kilo, Quebec, Juliet, hold short of Sierra.
Kilo, Quebec, correction. Kilo, Quebec, Juliet, hold short of Sierra. Easy 8293.
Tomjet, Mavic to Mike, just confirm it's EasyJet, not Jet 2.
Hey firm, sorry, it's the EasyJet Airbus 320.
Yeah, saw that as well. Thanks anyway.
Right, a little bit more power needed then for a single engine taxi to start with. Sorry guys, I know I'm not paying too much attention to the chat, just it's very busy tonight. Hey Carl, good to see you.
NET 59 Delta Kilo, we're able Golf 1 if required for spacing.
NET 59 Delta Kilo, thanks. Taxi order point Golf 1, runway 08 right by Golf.
Golf 1 0 right by Golf, CZ 59 Delta Kilo. Golf 1 Foxtrot, turning final 08 right.
Golf 1 Foxtrot, runway 08 right, surface 270 degrees, 4 knots, clear to land.
Runway 08 right, clear to land.
This airport, I know it's heavy on the frame rates, but it looks fantastic, especially at night. ATC Swede, good evening. I've just realised I've not checked on the kids on the camera. They could be doing all sorts. Oh no, they are still asleep, thank God. Yeah, Johnny says there's a thunderstorm at Innsbruck. This is why we've taken extra fuel. Tonight's stream could really not go as planned. Right, left here onto Quebec, right on Juliet, and
Easy 8293 Gatwick Tower.
Easy 8293, patch message.
Easy 8293, taxi holder point Golf 1, runway 08 right via Juliet and Golf.
Holding point for Golf 1 via Juliet and Golf for Easy 8293. Excellent, we've been cleared all the way down. Right, there is the fire station, which is usually a good start, a good place to start the next engine. So,
Easy 195 with you.
Let's get that off.
Easy 195.
Engine 162, ignition and starting engine 2.
270 degrees, 4 knots.
Roger, continue approach, Easy 195.
Channel 671 is holding at Juliet 1.
Channel 671 then.
Golf Lima Foxtrot, BKV Delta.
Golf Lima Foxtrot, thanks. Easy 195, runway 08 right.
Carl, this is the freeware version.
4 knots, clear to land.
Roger, clear to land, runway 08 right, Easy 195.
Easy 59 Delta Kilo, behind the landing is Jet Airbus 320 via Golf 1, line up runway 08 right behind.
Ian Williams, yet the APU is still on because we're only just starting engine number 2. Can't do it without. Well, you can.
Golf Lima Foxtrot, taxi northern maintenance area via Romeo, Juliet, Tango. Good evening.
Romeo, Juliet, Tango, North Maintenance, Golf Lima Foxtrot.
Engine number 2 is available. Stabilised. Engine mode switch can now go back to normal. Now we can turn off the APU bleed, and the APU can come off.
Gatwick Tower, Nordic 11 Golf, request exit.
Right, quick patch check. No change performance. QNH 1007. Flex departure. Engine out procedure is standard departure 1700 feet. Right turn to Willow. Departure is Vic 2 Zulu, no turns below 710 feet. Slight right turn is the first turn. And initial stop climb is 6,000.
Nordic 11 Golf, taxi holding point Juliet 1, runway 08 right by Kilo, Quebec and Juliet.
Get Tower, good evening, 74 Yankee. Taxi holding point Juliet 1, Kilo, Quebec and Juliet for Nordic 11 Golf.
Turkish 74 Yankee, Gatwick Tower, hello, continue approach, surface wind 270 degrees, 4 knots.
Continue approach, 74 Yankee.
Right, I'm just trying to work out, was that
Sierra
or uniform?
Easy 7 Papa Mike, taxi Juliet, hold short of November.
I think that might have been Tango. I think this is uniform.
Before you get 10 to Mike.
Yep, uniform to the right of me, so we want our next left.
Easy 59 Delta Kilo, runway 08 right, surface wind 270.
Okay, so before takeoff,
4 knots, close
checklist. Flight
Clear takeoff
controls,
0 right, easy 59 Delta Kilo.
checked. Departure briefing is
Connect
confirmed.
671 behind landing Turkish, Airbus
Flap
320
setting.
Neo 5 Juliet 1, line up runway
Config
08
1,
right behind.
FMA takeoff data,
Behind,
140 blue,
landing,
143
line up
magenta,
and
climb
wind
up
0
1
right
FT2,
behind,
6000 blue,
Connect
flex 63, transponder is set, ECAM memo, takeoff, no blue, and we'll
Easy 195, welcome
stow
to
the
Gatwick, taxi
EFB.
Charlie, hold short of Juliet.
Roger, taxi Charlie, hold short Juliet, easy 195.
PV981, absolutely. VATSIM brings it to life as probably as close as you can get.
Tomjet 9 Victor Mike, hold Juliet 1.
Holding Juliet 1, Tomjet 9 Victor Mike.
This is EJ7 Papa Mike holding Juliet.
Easy 7 Papa Mike, thanks. Turkish 7 for Yankee, runway 08 right, surface wind 270 degrees, 4 knots, close to land.
Good to land, runway 08 right, for you.
Easy 59 Delta Golf. Correction, 59 Delta Kilo, contact London Control 134, decimal 125, bye-bye.
Hotel London 134-125, easy 59 Delta Kilo, thanks, bye.
Tomjet 9 Victor Mike. Juliet 1 is occupied by the Jet 2. I'll just hold at 3.
Tomjet 9 Victor Mike, yeah, that's fine. You can just roll up to Juliet 1 once he's clear.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. It's behind, thank you.
And I think this is the Turkish that's coming through. See how the taxi lights, etc., from the other aircraft lit up the aircraft as it went through.
Easy 195, taxi stand 48
Stuff
Romeo,
like
5
that.
Juliet, Papa, Lima, good
Love
evening.
Roger, can you put that again? Zip stand 48.
Hey, firm 48 Romeo, Juliet, Papa, and Lima.
Yeah, Roger, 48 Romeo Juliet Papa, easy 195. Thank you.
Easy 7 Papa Mike, after the company Airbus 320 passes ahead to your right, taxi Juliet, hold short of Quebec.
Let's turn some lights down, shall we?
After the
It's looking like a very...
EasyJet
Oh,
passes
God, I've
right
just spun the
left
trim.
at
Don't do
taxi
that.
by Juliet, hold short Quebec for EasyJet Papa.
Fenix 671, runway 08 right, surface wind 270 degrees, 4 knots, clear takeoff.
There we go. That looks better, doesn't it?
Takeoff from 0 right, Fenix 671.
Tomjet 9 Victor Mike behind departing Jet 2 Boeing 737, 5 Juliet 1, line up runway 08 right behind.
Line up wait, 08 right behind, Tomjet 9 Victor Mike.
So engine number 2 has been running
Mike, Gatwick Tower.
over 3 minutes, so we're fine.
This is EasyJet Papa Mike.
Easy 7 Papa Mike, after the company Airbus 320 passes ahead to your right, taxi Juliet, hold short of Quebec.
Roger, after the EasyJet.
Angus, no, I turned the taxi lights off. Whilst we're stationary, don't have the taxi lights on. You're just blinding the other pilots. So, turn them back on when you're moving.
Easy 195, I think I've just come off Papa actually. Do apologise.
Easy 195, don't worry because that's the correct taxi instruction.
That's handy. Easy 195. Oh, yeah. My pen was covering that, I do apologise.
That's alright.
Worked out well in the end.
37 for Yankee, runway Brigade.
Turkish 7 for Yankee, thanks. Taxi Romeo, hold short of Juliet.
Taxi Romeo and hold short of Juliet, Turkish 7 for Yankee.
Connect 671, contact London Control 134.125, bye-bye.
That looks neat, doesn't it?
125, thanks for coverage, Tomjet 671, goodbye.
Tower, good evening. Golf Charlie Mike Alpha India, Cessna 152 north of the field in sight.
Golf Charlie Mike Alpha India, Gatwick Tower, hello. Remain north of the northern airfield boundary. Traffic is a Jet 2 Boeing 737 just departed runway 08 Mike.
Roger, remain north of the airfield and we have traffic in sight. Golf Alpha India.
How many?
Easy 195, you can just confirm stand 48. I'm okay.
Have we got ahead? Let's just have a look. Wheel temperatures, brake temperatures are fine.
Gatwick, Easy Tree Romeo, stand at 107, type Airbus A320, information Tango, clearance to Manchester, please.
Easy 7 Papa Mike, taxi holding point Juliet 1, runway 08.
Sean Belton, any tips for the frame rates at Gatwick? No, mate. It's just a really, really tough airport unless you've got the PC hardware to cope with it.
270 degrees, 4 knots, clear takeoff, traffic is Cessna 172.
You could drop your graphics down, of course, until you're away from the airport.
Tomjet, Mavic Mike, just take off runway 08 right.
Golf Alpha India, traffic is a 2E Boeing 737 departing runway 08 right.
Roger, we'll look for the traffic, Golf Alpha India.
Golf Alpha India, just confirm your intentions.
Full stop if possible under southern maintenance for Golf Alpha
Look at the
India.
strobe lights come on when we enter the active runway. Crunchy spine.
Good evening.
Nice name. For the Phoenix on the fly-by-wire, in terms of realism, yes, just because it's there, but that doesn't mean to say I don't like the fly-by-wire. And we do still occasionally fly on the channel because it's a great piece of work.
293. Behind departing 2E Boeing 737, via Golf 1, line up 1.08 right behind.
Easy 8293, just confirm that's for us to line up runway 08 right behind the departing 2E.
Hey, sir.
Roger, line up and wait. Runway 08 right, easy 8293.
Turkish 74 Yankee, taxi stand 24 via Juliet, good evening.
Taxi stand 245 via Juliet, stand 4 Yankee.
I'll get 9 Victor Mike, contact.
Before I go check this below line, cabin is secured. Engine mode selector is normal, tickets, TARA, packs off, anti-ice.
8195 on stand chat.
8195, thanks for flying, good evening.
Good evening, thank you, ATC.
Please confirm, stand 24 for 7 for Yankee.
Turkish 74 Yankee 8. The 8293 traffic is Cessna 152 orbiting north side, runway 08 right, surface wind 270 degrees, 4 knots, clear takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff runway 08, is 8293. And we've got Cessna traffic as well to the north of the field.
Traffic is in EasyJet Airbus 320 departing runway 08.
Okay.
Golf Alpha India F traffic inside.
Start the chrono.
Golf Alpha India, trying to report right base, runway 08 right.
Trying to report right base from 08 right, Golf Alpha for India, thanks.
Golf Alpha India, sorry, it's a left base, runway 08.
Sorry, yeah, left base 08 right, Golf Alpha India.
Thrust sail, so set takeoff thrust, man, flex, SRS, runway.
Good evening, Spielberg 983, requesting radio check, please.
Superbird 893, Gatwick Tower, hello, readability 5, good evening.
V1, rotate.
Station calls for clearance, Gatwick Tower, second call sign.
Easy Tree Romeo, Gatwick Tower.
Above 710
feet. Easy Romeo, thanks, sorry for the delay. Clear to Manchester, Lamborn 6
What's one engaged?
Correction, Lamborn 1 Zulu departure. Squawk 7016.
Thrust climb, climb.
Clear Manchester, Lamborn 1 Zulu, squawk 7016, Easy Tree Romeo.
Easy 8293, contact London Control 134.125, good day.
134.125 is 8293, thanks for the good service, good night.
Lufthansa 2 Alpha Mike, your speed now 250 knots. 250 knots. 2 Alpha Mike. Speed. Lufthansa 2 Alpha Mike. Route, resume navigation direct to LARC, descend flight level 120. To LARC, speed 250 knots and maintaining altitude.
Flap 0, as well as sound.
So, descend flight level 120, direct LARC, speed 250. Speed 250, descend 120, direct LARC, Lufthansa 2 Alpha Mike.
Control Easy 8293, passing 3,100 for 6,000, Nordvik 2 Zulu.
Barclay back, 10x9671, contact London Control 127.11.
Contact London 127.1, thanks for the coverage, 10x671, good night.
Bye-bye. Easy 49 Yankee Romeo, descend flight level 100.
That moon looks awesome, doesn't it?
Tomjet 9 Victor Mike, you on frequency?
Tomjet 9 Victor Mike, 3,000 feet in 1 Zulu, yeah.
Tomjet 9 Victor Mike, thank you, climb now.
Release the cabin crew.
150,
Speed alt start.
expedite, please.
Expedite flight level 150, Tomjet 9 Victor Mike.
Easy 8293, London Control, good evening, climb now, flight level 180.
Climb flight level 180, Easy 8293. Thrust climb, open climb 180 blue.
Easy 49 Yankee Romeo, reduce speed 220 now. Decrease speed 220 up to Easy 49 Yankee Romeo.
Goodbye London. Sorry about the passengers we left behind. Hour and 7 minutes we've been on the ground since the stream started.
Tomjet 9 Victor Mike, route direct Southampton, Sierra Alpha Mike.
Route to Sierra Alpha Mike, Tomjet 9 Victor Mike.
Easy 49 Yankee Romeo, descend flight level 100.
Ladies and gentlemen, please keep your...
Easy 49 Yankee Romeo, descend flight level 100. Descend flight level 100, Easy 49 Yankee Romeo. Lufthansa 2 Alpha Mike, reduce speed 220 knots.
Each end of the cabin.
220 knots.
Smoking is
Seabird 73, reduce speed 250 knots, descend flight level 130. Seabird 73,
so we're
descend
just
flight
coming
level
on 10,000
130,
feet.
reduce speed 250 knots.
They're already off.
130 and speed 250 knots, Seabird 73.
Easy 49 Yankee Romeo, contact Gatwick Director 129.425.
0, clear out the Radnor
129.425,
page.
Easy 49 Yankee Romeo. Lufthansa 2 Alpha Mike, descend flight level 110.
Descend 110, Lufthansa 2 Alpha Mike.
Lufthansa 2 Alpha Mike, contact Gatwick Director 126.825, bye-bye.
And we'll copy the active.
126.825, Lufthansa 2 Alpha Mike, bye.
Easy 8293, contact London Control 129.425.
12942, Easy 8293, good night.
London, good evening, Seabird 621, kilometres 5,500 feet.
Seabird 621, London Control, good evening. Stand by, Q back.
Central Alpha 130, level back, good to GZ 97, top, come back.
London Control, good evening, Easy 8293, passing flight level 135 for 180.
Easy 82903, hello, climb flight level 290.
Climb now flight level 290, Easy 8293.
Center Easy 63 Mike
290
Victor,
blue.
good evening, flight level 358.
Easy 63 Mike Victor, hello, squawk 0642.
0642 in the box.
Seatbelt signs can come off
63
now, we're
Mike
happy,
Victor.
we're headed away. God, that moon. And look at the clouds as well, just underneath it, a little red tinge to it. 2 years Microsoft Flight Sim's been around, as someone said the other day, and it still amazes me. Oh, Peter! Peter!
98 Bravo Sierra, contact London on
Oh, thanks so much again,
127.1.
Peter.
Goodbye.
Well, I'm off, so here's another just for good measure. Early shift tomorrow, have a good flight. Peter, tthank you so much, seriously, for the amount of support you give. Really, really kind of you, Peter. And hopefully, are you doing some controlling tomorrow then? Be nice if you are, or are you
Silver arrows 3,
still
nothing
overseeing
further,
things?
Unicom 122.8, bye-bye.
But either way, hope you have a good one, Peter. Thanks very much. See you next time.
Tomjet 7878, checking in at flight level 340.
Tomjet 7878, hello, climb flight level 370. Route direct, sit at.
Route direct, sit at, and climb flight level 370 for Tomjet 7878.
Hey, Dark Fury, didn't know you were here.
Control,
Good evening.
Tomjet 9 Victor Mike, climb flight level 150 with you.
Tomjet 9 Victor Mike, hello, climb flight level 350.
Climb flight level 350, Tomjet 9 Victor Mike.
Right, well, going to have lots to discuss, I think, with regards to our arrival into Innsbruck. Need to check our weather in a little bit. In fact, whilst we're doing this now, we're just headed out towards Dover. I'm going to go and... we'll do that properly just now. So just go to our AOC, we've got a weather request for... Louis. I'll take both of those. And I also want to know what's happening at Munich.
97 Papa Quebec. Contact London 134.125. Goodbye.
134.125. Fifth National Link is in 97 Papa Quebec.
Munich is the alternate, remember? Chris Shaw, right, why were we on the ground for so long? Well, believe it or not, we had to offload passengers. The weather in Innsbruck looked precarious. If the worst case scenario happened, we were too heavy to stop on the runway because I wanted to take extra fuel due to the potential for the weather and winds coming in. It's Innsbruck as well, so that go around is not a normal go around.
281 route direct.
That is a long go around. So yeah, we had to compromise fuel, take extra fuel, and then we'll go.
Tomjet 9 Victor Mike, route direct
offload passengers,
and what's your requested
or just
level?
don't go.
Direct to local.
We opted for the former. Captain Fly, thank you for subscribing.
Tomjet 9 Victor Mike, roger.
I can't remember how many people we offloaded, but we were going to be too heavy.
281, contact London 134.125. Good
When
night.
people wanted to go skiing. It's not skiing season yet, is it? But
Over to London 134, decimal 25, was that 3?
GD, there's an ad in Airliner World. I used to get that. If you have a spare 23k, you can buy an A320 mock dual cockpit. Don't tell my wife. Oh, how amazing would that be? If I was single with no family to support, we'd have that. Doubt I could hide it from the missus. No, you're quite right, GD. Oh, by the way, yeah, it's just an Amazon delivery, nothing special. Boarding time says I might have to have you one in the car and use us as the radio. Where are you off to, boarding time? Anyway, good. Brendan Beery, oh, thank you so much for your $10 super chat. That's very kind, Brendan, saying you watch all of the videos. Thank you for all that I do. Still struggling with the McDo and the rudder on the Fenix, but getting there. Well, Brendan, if there's anything you need to know about the McDo, this is probably the most perfect flight to try and show it off. So, any questions, Brendan, then obviously feel free to ask away whilst we're here live to do so. But oh, very kind of you, Brendan. Thank you so much for your support. Christopher, you assume burning the fuel is not an option. What, just take the fuel with us and burn it off so that we can land? Probably not. I don't know about that. I wouldn't presume so. Danny, no one's stopping me. Really, Danny? I think they might be. Chris says, don't ask me about rudders. I know. I have just... What I need is a week. I need a week with nothing on. And then I can finally get these rudder pedals set up. We'll do some crosswind landings then. Nah, Christopher, won't be that bad. We'll just throw them on another flight. Although, I don't know if anyone's got Flight Radar 24 out. They can just have a look. See who else is flying from Gatwick to Innsbruck this evening. ATC's just got very quiet, hasn't it? Barry, thank you for subscribing.
Easy 8293, nothing further now. Further climb your discretion, Unicom 1228, goodbye.
Over to Unicom, and thanks for the service tonight. Good night, Easy 8293.
Hello, CJ7 Papa Mike.
You should be with London on 134.125.
Alright, cheers.
370 Blue.
London Control, very good evening. Speedbird 44 with you, flight level 380.
Speedbird 441, hello, LSO 1 Hotel arrival, Heathrow, when ready, descend flight level 180, level by AirTax.
Unicom it is. Right, well, we're on our own for a bit. I don't know how long for. Don't think there's any ATC at Innsbruck this evening. Right, what's the weather doing? Let's have a look, see. So, Innsbruck weather, we've got light showers of rain, thunderstorms in the vicinity, fuel class 6000. Visibility is still good. Still very good. Winds temporarily. What? 270 gusting 40 knots. That's not as bad as it sounds. That actually is not as bad as it sounds. Because the arrival runway is runway 26. So that is just a hell of a lot of headwind. Which actually, I bet now. Oh boy, the passengers will kill me even more. Let me, hang on, wrong one. I bet now. Oh, where's the landing? The dispatch calculation, is that still here? So what I wanted to do was land with about 63.5 tons. Let's check this out, and I couldn't do it. 63.5 tons. Runway 26, grab the METAR. Max manual. Ah! We could have done it. The winds have changed. Should we go back and pick them up? It's because we had the tailwind. Isn't it? Oh, hang on. How... Right, refresh that METAR. Refresh that METAR. Right, apply it again. Yeah, look at that. Now the wind's changed into a really, really good headwind. I could have even got away with medium, let alone maximum manual braking. Oh dear. Well, yeah, it was still saying tailwind, that's why I refreshed it. Yeah, but look at it now. Look at that now. Reese P, this iPad here, it's not extra, this is part of the Fenix. This is all Fenix. Right, well, if those thunderstorms are an absolute pain and we can't get in there, Munich is the alternate. What's happening at Munich? Cav, okay. Yeah, alright. It's either going to be Munich or it's going to be Innsbruck, but we'll obviously try for Innsbruck. Fun. Not for the poor guys left at the airport. I mean, we still wanted the extra fuel. Weather like that, I still want the extra fuel. Headwind of nearly 40 knots. Definitely want the extra fuel. See as well, because if you just look at this, this is giving you these winds. This is giving you winds 2208. What it's not giving you is the fact that it's temporarily gusting 40 knots at 270. So, I mean, can we go in? Let's change that. Was it 24? Oh, it was 270. Was it 270 at 40 knots? Yeah, now try that. Not quite sure why that's just increased. But yeah. Oh, I hope those passengers never find out. It's okay. Unless they're aviation geeks like us, they won't be looking at the METAR and thinking, oh, well, the winds have changed, he could have stopped, we could have got on that aircraft now. Stupid captain. So how many people here in the chat are really sad like me? And if you're on an aircraft going on a holiday or you're going away for business or something, on the flight that you're on, you actually look at not the weather, you look at the METAR for your destination and think, oh yeah, so it's going to be fine. Oh, it could be an auto land, could be a bumpy landing, or heaven forbid, thunderstorms. Could be a hold, delay, diversion. Now Chris Shaw's just said that if he flies anywhere he always checks the METAR. Well, there you go, it's not just me. Right, flight time's 1 hour 25 minutes. We've been airborne for 18, so we've got a good hour or so to go. A little over an hour or so to go. Christian, that's cheating. Johnny says, yeah, of course, I also check the arriving aircraft. Yeah, the inbound flight, make sure it's on time. Ian says, you definitely will be now you understand more about flying thanks to the simulator. I mean, this is it. This is what Microsoft Flight Simulator's done. It's taken kind of like the average Joe public who would never have thought about flight simulations before and thrown them into a complete world of aviation. It's awesome. And Johnny, you even ask if they have slot delays. Brian, you check the METAR and you try and estimate the landing rate as well. Yeah, but Brian, how do you ever find that out? Do you go to the captain afterwards and ask them for a printout, see what the G load was? Danny's just asked the same question. How are we going to know if we were close? We're nearly at the top of our climb, about 600 feet to go. Oh, Brian, you just check to see if any of your fillings have dropped out. Well, you don't want feet per minute. You want. Oh, I see. You weren't talking FPM. You were talking FPM as in fillings per minute. Brian, you sure your landing in Faro was a heavy? Faro's one of the easiest ones going, unless of course the weather was bad. Then anything can happen. Mac Alt Star. Not even got any aircraft on TCAS around us. And that's Alt Cruise.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, we'll be delighted to hear that we're now at our cruising altitude, and we hope to give you nice views throughout the flight as we have good weather ahead and should be experiencing any turbulence. Of course, this means that you will not spill any of your drinks that you may have from the cabin crew as they begin to start making their way around the aircraft. Could you please ensure that the eyes are kept clear so the cabin crew can offer you their cabin service, which will begin shortly. A reminder that EasyJet's pilot channel members are able to access free drinks throughout the duration of the flight. Thank you, and I invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the remainder of the flight.
Christian, I used to like you. Christian says we should do a worst week for Gav. where we look at windy.com and then pick 3 arrival airports a day with the worst weather and wind conditions, and he has to choose to fly to one of those. That's mean. Boarding time, did I check the left phalange? This aircraft doesn't even have a phalange. David, how do you switch on the co-pilot Book 2? In the Fenix, it's just on automatically, or it should be. Chris, explain what it means when you pass the equitime point. It's just the halfway point between 2 given points. By default, they are set to your departure airport and your arrival airport, but you can make it anything you want. So, it's just literally a halfway point. Amadeus, yes, you still having issues with the Fenix with regards to taking off. Either pulls one way or the other, regardless of wind condition. That's interesting. I've not had that. Martin, you can't see the mouse. Oh, I'm sorry. Hang on. I will turn that on for you. Hopefully you won't have missed anything by it not being on. Yeah, there you go. Hopefully you can see it now. David, your McDo isn't on automatically. That's very strange. I don't know why it isn't. Always is in mine. Well, when you power the aircraft up, of course. Captain Reed, when will I change the airline? Speedbird Simpilot, for instance. We do it occasionally, not too often. Just because we try and strive for realism. Oh, right. Top of flight checks. We've checked out the weather at our alternate and our destination. We'll just see what's happening now. I mean, we're just about to head up to Brussels, actually. Let's have a little look at Luxembourg. We'll throw that in. We'll do a fuel check as well. Oh, no. Luxembourg's not an airport we go to very often, is it? Let's have a look at the fuel check.
In just a few moments, we'll commence our in-flight service, offering you the chance to purchase a selection of hot beverages, together with drinks and snacks from the bar. We accept payment in pounds, euros, most major currencies, and debit or credit cards. The correct change would be greatly appreciated. And if we could be of any further assistance, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
Right, so we've taken 2.2 tons of extra fuel. We're inbound to Comob. Should be there 32 minutes into the flight, 25 minutes in. So when we get to Comob, we should have, all being well, 3, 4, 5.8, about 6 tons of fuel when we get there. What we got? 6.4, so that checks out. That's going to be okay. IO, does EasyJet only use idle reverse? Most airports tell you you're only allowed to use idle reverse, unless of course it's going to compromise safety, in which case of course reverse thrust is allowed. But idle reverse is the norm. Okay. Right, let us take a look at Innsbruck. So we are most certainly going to be doing the 2-6 arrival. Now the EasyJet preferred arrival is the RMP Zulu AR approach, which we aren't authorised for. So that's going to be my main one. If for some reason we can't get in with that, then the LOC Romeo has lower minimums if memory serves. So Romeo visual range 1200 meters, 2250. Yeah, much lower minimums. Mind you, we should be fine. Visibility was fine. It was still 10 kilometers or more, so we'll stick with the RMP Zulu approach. So that's going to be the plan. The star that we're on is the MADEP 1 Bravo. Very short star. And then it comes in, of course, via the Rattenberg NDB. We want to be 9,500 feet. And then we go down. Final approach is at Whiskey India 002. Okay, right, let's check the box up and make sure all of these match. Johnny, yeah, the Lock Romeos, of course, has the localizer, the hard nav data, so it's a little bit, I'm not going to say more accurate, but it's got greater redundancy, hasn't it? So Zero, I'm not streaming at a bad bit rate as far as I'm aware. Check what bit rate you have your YouTube set to. It might have defaulted to a low one. Okay, let's check our flight plan. So MADEB, then LMEM, then Rattenberg, Whiskey 002, there we go. Now this way we'll start altering some things. So Rattenberg, I'm not going to be doing 250k, 250 knots that is. So just go ahead and, well, hang on, we don't need to change that one. This is the one where we're going to be nice and stable. By the time we're going to start headed down into the valley, we are going to be 150, which seems very slow. It is 150 knots maximum in the valley. And just tell us where we're going to start slowing down at Rattenberg. Pop in 180 there. Right, so that's the flight plan page. It should all be sorted. Yeah, there we go, that's neat. RTT and the RadNav, need that. There's no VORs around for us, so don't need that. Progress, there are Lowy 26. Need to set the GPS accuracy as well, of course. We'll need that before we start down the RMP approach. Just get the minimums in here, which are 2,500. And that's RMP 0.15, which we will be using. Pop that in. We'll get the weather a little bit later on. So that's sorted. Fuel prediction, 4.7 tons on board when we land. Perfect. Captain 79, good evening, mate. Hope you're well. Now, if the weather is naff, we might need to hold at Rattenberg, in which case I'm going to just pop this into the secondary flight plan so I can just transfer it over. So inbounds 225, right turns. There we go. So I've just got that transferred over in case we need it. Or rather, it's ready to transfer over. Captain 79, you've missed this, you've been working a lot. I know, work gets in the way, doesn't it? Sadly. Right, so I think all the box is set up and done. Skipper, thank you for subscribing. Where is our top of descent then? That will be in top of descent is just after Batter. 2054. It was about half an hour then. Not half an hour to go. Okay, I'm going to cheat now just to get the latest weather because it's quicker. Oh, we do have some VATSIM. Right, what are they using then? Innsbruck information Papa. Runway in use by ATC, transition level not determined. Wind. Light showers of rain, vicinity thunderstorms. Thunderstorm becoming no significant weather. Advise an initial contact with Papa. Oh, right, okay, so if we have ATC there. Not yet showing, I don't think, on my V pilot. Might do a little bit later on. Oh, yes, it is now. Wine radar. Lovely. Alright, well, we're going to request the RMP Zulu for this. Do you know what though, actually, I am going to change my secondary flight plan. I'm going to just copy the active flight plan, and then I'm just going to plumb in the Lock Romeo 26. Still going to be the Manip 1 Bravo, and the approach veer is going to be Rattenberg. So that's there now in case we need it. So we'll look at briefing both. We're all set up. And we're ready for the brief. Right, so let's talk about the weather. We've got thunderstorms and light rain. So thunderstorms in the vicinity, we've got light rain around. Runway conditions should be fine. Nothing in the METAR report about that. Weather en route is fine at the moment. Aircraft still fully serviceable. We've not broken anything yet. No NOTAMs that will affect us today. Threats to be aware of course. We have the terrain threat. Biggest threat with regards to flying over and into Innsbruck. So yeah, big threat. We've got terrain, we've got traffic, and we've got thunderstorms. So three things we really need to be aware of. We're not too familiar with Innsbruck. We don't do it lots and lots, maybe once every 6 months or so, so I'm not going to say I'm overly familiar with it, so long, slow pokes as we work our way down. We've got air traffic control as well. We've also got two possible arrivals, so we're going to be both the RMP and the Lock Romeo, so we'll have a look at that. So let's start by briefing the RMP Zulu approach. Both approaches are going to come after the Manip 1 Bravo arrival and take us to Rattenberg NDB. We are going to be at 13,000 feet at Rattenberg, or above 13,000 feet at Rattenberg. And then we've got the Zulu chart. Let's have a look at this. So, transition altitude will be given to us by ATC. We don't have that just yet. And then at Rattenberg, we're aiming for 9,500 feet. Of course, if we need to hold, that will be different. But that is the platform altitude, 9,500 at Rattenberg. Minimum safe altitude is, as we're coming in, this is probably a bit easy to see here. Yeah, so as we initially come in, we've got 11,900 feet. And that drops to 11,600 feet in the sector that we fly the final approach in. The minimums we've already said 2,500 feet, and the airfield elevation is 1894. Missed approach. This is why I like this the RMP, and this is the real reason I think that airlines like the RMP. It's just rather than any of the other ones that you do. It's just because the missed approach track is all coded in. It's an RNAV missed approach track, as you can see there. But basically, we climb back up to 11,500 feet. We can just let the autopilot take care of that, which is nice. Also need to check the GPS, make sure that's fine. Let's talk about how we're going to configure and get set up. Right, so as we get to about 15,000 feet, first things first, APU is coming on, and we want the APU to power the APU bleed. So engines have got maximum performance for this, so we're going to have that on as we get to about 15,000 feet. We can do that pretty much similar time as we get the passengers strapped in, actually, so that's a good trigger to try and remember. We want to be flaps 2, really, as we get to Rattenberg. Flaps 2, 180, and then as we begin to leave Rattenberg, then I'm going to get us flaps 3, gear down, and we're nice stabilised approach. It's a steep descent path, 3.5 degrees. However, if that wind is continuing to blow, that's going to help us slow down quite nicely on the final approach. So that will be nice. Once we've landed, we're going to be using auto brake maximum. Well, it's not maximum, it's medium. The maximum auto brake for landing, which is medium. And then we'll vacate at alpha, hopefully, if not obviously to the end. We'll turn around. In fact, how wide is the runway? It's 45 metres. We don't need to go to the end. We can turn around on the runway. Nice and slowly, particularly if it's wet. No need to do a single engine taxi. Not long enough. If we need to go around, then autopilot's really going to be helping us out here. So the go around track is there, and the main thing with this is we want to pull speed 150 knots. We want to be no faster than 150 knots until we are above MSA and clear of the terrain out of the valley. That is the big gotcha for this go-around procedure. So yeah, we can engage autopilot, let it fly the track, but we want speed 150 and we'll fly at flaps 3. Second brief, arrival still the same. Rattenberg will leave flaps 2, and then once again we'll do it nice and slow. Flaps 3 as we get to Gatwick, and then we'll go down the offset localizer. Autopilot doing its job there, but still speed 150 knots and nice and controlled all the way down. I've just realised you can't see the charts. My huge apologies. So we'll just try that again. I'm not going to go through all of it. Most of it you'll have got, but all the charts are showing us is basically, yeah, once we're at Rattenberg, it's going to be 180 knots, flaps 2, flaps 3 then, by the time we get here. And then, yeah, exactly the same, more or less, for the Lock Romeo. Both missed approaches are RNAV tracks. The main thing is just making sure we're stabilised and that we can see the blooming runway. you guys? What have I missed in the chat whilst I've been doing all that? You guys tell me you can't see the charts. Wish I'd read that sooner. I'm going to put the charts up on here as well now, so they'll always be there. Come on. There we go. Pin that one. And that one. Hey Drax! Not seen you for a while, mate. Hope you're well. David, am I a fan of GSX now? It's one of those programs that is brilliant when it works, is awful when it doesn't, and incredibly frustrating. I just wish there was a way for it to work without having to do all of the setup that goes with it. Will says the winds have changed drastically. What, again? Why, what's it doing now? Runway in use by ATC. Do you know what? Wind 090 degrees, 8 knots. No. Yeah, they basically spun around again. What kind of winds are these? Does this mean we should probably brief a 08 arrival as well? We're going to end up briefing every single runway going here, and every runway going, every kind of approach going. Andrew Rich, you can access it on an external tablet. You're quite right. There is an issue though, that whatever I do on the tablet is not reflected here on the tablet here in the sim. So I could be tapping away, but you wouldn't have a clue what I was doing because you wouldn't be able to see it. So that's probably not what you want, is it? So the preferred approach for runway 08 is the RMP Zulu. However, you can only do that in the daytime. So that's not happening. So then there's the visual approach after the Lock DME East special. So it's a visual approach at night, but it's only approved if the pilot has flown the procedure during the day. I have, but not often. So the visual approach to runway 08 is an absolute ball ache. Let's have a look. Let's see if I can remember to put the charts on this time. So we need to do the Loch DME East special. No, we're not doing that. Yeah, we're not doing... This isn't approved at night, surely. Oh, right, so this is only approved as part of the flown procedure during the daytime. I have not. So I technically wouldn't be allowed to do this. If we had to do it though, there are a few things I'm going to need to pop into the box. Right, we've got just 120 miles till we start to head down, so let's just utilise the fixes page in case we needed to go ahead and do this. So we basically need to fly the prescribed tracks. So we're basically then going to transition for a 3.5 degree PAPIS for runway 08. Fly level at the MDA. And then fly the visual circuit, config 3, gear down at 4.2 miles from Oscar Echo Victor. We fly a track of 230. We're going to beam Innsbruck, right turn to 264. So let's just pop that in here. There we go. And what was that radial? Oh, I just wanted 90 degree from the threshold, don't we? So the runway heading is 257. Take 90 off that, 167. There we go. What else do I need to do? At the Axim's waypoint, right turn to base. So I'll add that in as well. I hope this is in the database. AX AMS. Of course it's not. And I don't think there's anything on the chart to tell us what it would be. No, it's just 3.5 miles from the Loch DME. Fair enough. Big gotcha here, and big threat is there is insufficient room in the valley to turn right before 3.5 miles, so don't try and cheat. Keep above 3,300 feet at the base turn until passing the electricity pylons. Final turn must be flown with a minimum bank angle of 25 degrees. Speed, speed, speed. Terrain ahead. Pull up. Alerts are possible. Well, this could be fun. Will, Axums is a church, you're quite right. However, the Axums waypoint is available in some databases. Airlines probably have to pay extra for it. Those that go to Innsbruck regularly will most likely have it. Angus, there is a stutter in the stream when I pan. That is because of the... it should be fine now. It's just because I was in the wrong capture mode to capture Navigraph Charles, which I forgot to turn on last time, which is why that happened. Right. Well, hopefully we'll not have to do the. We'll not have to do the 08. I would rather land with the very slight tailwind. We know we're going to be absolutely fine. Stopping distance-wise, however. Pop that on. Just want to check, actually. Yeah, okay, that's fine. As long as we're at 9,500 by that point. Yeah, that's great. Oh, honestly, we can relax now. Maybe. Are you guys relaxed? Are you having a good evening? Are you enjoying the stream? If you are, please do hit that like button.
Ladies and gentlemen, take full advantage of your tax-free allowances today and make some amazing savings with our boutique range. In your in-flight brochure, you'll find details of our award-winning selection of gifts, most with massive discounts, some of which are exclusive to you as an EasyJet customer. Make the most of your opportunity to shop and save from the comfort of your seat. If you'd like to see any products, have any questions, or would like to make great savings, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
Danny says he's confused. Can the RMP Zulu be full done during the night? For runway 26, yes, yeah. Is that Stuttgart down there, Christian? Stuttgart Airport was the first ever add-on airport, if you like, that I ever had for any Microsoft Flight Simulator. I forget which one it was, but I remember getting it. It was like 9 FPS, and which was good for Microsoft Flight Simulator back in the day. And I just remember looking at the detail and thinking, wow, it's real. It's like I'm really there. Fast forward 20, 30 years. Jeez. Completely different. Don't know why Stuttgart. I mean, what a random choice of airport to get. Jonas, indeed, mountains on both sides. The mountains might not be the issue. The circle to land could be the issue. I need to write a few more things down. So the circle to land with level of 3,700 feet. And we do it at that. Everybody loves Innsbruck. Jayhawk, good evening, sir. Are you well? I mean, I decided Innsbruck would be a good one to do this week because it's the only live stream you're going to get at night. I don't know if I'll be able to squeeze any more in throughout the daytimes over the next couple of days, but yeah, this is the only evening one you're going to get this week until next week due to duty calls. But yeah, I didn't expect it to start with throwing passengers off. Jayhawk, you've just landed at Edinburgh. Did you not fancy coming to Innsbruck with me? Christian, it is almost a full moon. Did you see it rising earlier in the sim? It looked really nice. One thing I should have said as well, if we do end up doing the circle land procedure, we'll be doing it in track FPA mode. Right, let's enter that destination data then before we get down. Final weather information. Just grab it. ATIS is offline, so 090 at 8. Temperature is 17. QNH 1010. Transition. There we go. So VLS 131, VAT 136. Now, with no ATC online, do we have any idea what runway they were using in real life? There's probably no flights going in at this time for me to check. Let's have a good look. When did the last flight land? Well, the last flight actually landed a while ago. And that was on 08. Close to the top of descent point now. Right, if that's not in the database, let's put in the frequency 1111. Will says Austria 913 Papa's just entered the valley in real life. Let's see what he does. If it's 08, then we'll have to do 08, won't we? Aviator, no, I'm not using a pilot's life, no. Yeah, it is an 8-knot tailwind, Christian. If it's 2.6. Thing is, big thing is, can we stop? That's the main thing, isn't it? Can we stop? I think ATC's gone offline as well. That's the wrong one. So we can do what we want. It's been raining as well, remember, so it's not good. I say we plump for 2-6 with the potential for the circle to land. Then max reverse, you'll notice, doesn't actually do too much. I don't like those odds. It's only a sim. We could have a look at the circle of land procedure. I've never done it before. I think I'd done it once, a long time ago. Let's get ourselves down. So we've got thrust idle, open descent, and 130 blue. Will, your plane wants to do a shortcut to make the sharp turn so it won't pass over a rat, but you can make it a flyover waypoint. Overfly, that's the word I'm looking for. Oh, I see what you mean. Ah, yes. Yeah. No, that's interesting. Might be because of the speed that you're travelling at. So what we can do is we can make it an overfly waypoint, which would then do that, look. There we go. Well, if you kill the speed, it will sort itself out, that's right. Can I overfly that? Yes. There we go. Ian says there's one on final for almost 08 right now. Ian, is that in real life or is that in sim life? What do we reckon then, guys? Should we try the circle to land? Could be a left, couldn't it? Will says Austrian 913 Papa's used runway 26 in real life. Has he? Maybe he's not as heavy as us. What kind of aircraft was it, Will? VATSIM Mike, good afternoon. Are we going to catch this profile up or what? Oh, he's an Embraer 195. Yeah, he's not going to be worrying about stopping, is he? Can't see any thunderstorms on the horizon though, so that's quite neat. Tell you what I have bought for something that will help with just such an occasion as this. So in the office I don't have any windows, so turning out the main light is beautiful and brilliant and works a treat. The problem is, whilst turning out the main light is good, it means I can't see a blooming thing then for the sim. So I've just bought a nice little lamp, which I need to stick to the wall somewhere. Might use that. Right, we're catching up that profile. Not as fast as I'd like. Let's wind that speed up. That looked a little turbulent as well, didn't it, just then?
Easy 24 Dutch Echo, vacate.
Scandinavian Symmetry, 9 left west, runway 08.
That's another aircraft coming in on 26. Presuming that was Innsbruck. Hey Christian, right mate, speak to you soon. Come back tomorrow and see how we ended up landing. On which runway.
And Innsbruck is 500 kilo, we are a 8 miles, reducing minimum brake speed to land the aircraft to the mile.
It's not got anything on TCAS at the moment either.
06540 taxiing, runway 08.
We're gonna have to kill some ferries, I think. Flight Sim Mike, you have to always enter that manually in real life, so that's why Sim
Innsbruck traffic, easy 59 Delta Kilo, we are on a 7 mile final runway 26 to land, Innsbruck.
Oh well, there's another company traffic doing 26, that sounds good to me.
Innsbruck traffic, Scandinavian 783 will be taking off after the landing EasyJet. Innsbruck.
Cheers, thank you.
Right, let's get the APU started and seatbelt signs on. So let's do the approach checklist. We're going for runway 26 as normal, as planned, RMP AR approach. So landing, approach checklist. Arrival briefing is confirmed and completed. Seatbelt signs are on. Minimums 2,500 feet. Engine motor selector is normal, and the EFBs are stowed. Put that back into the
Innsbruck traffic,
now.
can you find that Delta Kilo final runway 26, 3 miles, Innsbruck.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. If you could please return to your seats and ensure that your seatbelt is securely fastened. If you are travelling with an infant, please ensure that they are secured safely using the infant seatbelt provided.
That looks bumpy.
The toilets will now go out of use until the fasten seatbelt sign is turned on. Please contact a member of the cabin crew if you require assistance. Thank you.
Right, we need to start slowing down now as well, I think. So let's go ahead and activate our approach phase. And speed.
Good luck with the taxiing, lads.
Hallelujah.
Sounds like fun and games down there.
Oh, I don't know how this is going to work. Right, easy 59 Delta Kilo, we're holding short of Alpha to allow the, oh, in fact I've got absolutely no idea.
What's going on down there?
I was quite hoping Scandinavian would depart after me and then hold north, but didn't happen.
Right, I'm going to create my own taxi and the grass is going to be cut, so stand by, gents.
Okay, we're going to get down 9,500 feet. $9,500 blue.
Oh boy. No problem. And 59 Delta Kilo, we vacated on our own taxi stand, but make sense.
Okay, we're on a little high, so what I'm going to do, we're going to enter the hold. And for the hold at Ratton, it's 225 right turns. That just allows us to add a little bit of track mileage, swat ourselves around and get us ready for the approach. ATZ Sweet, thank you so much for your kind donations. Happy landings, let's hope so, ATZ. Need these clouds to clear, and I'm sure we'll be fine.
Be alright with 955.
That's a very good point.
Innsbruck traffic, easy 8293, entering the hold at Rattenberg for on circuit, before making approach RMP AR for runway 26. Why has that just come on? What on earth happened there? Why have we just lost autopilot? That was interesting. Let's pop that back on, shall we? Speed, descent. Okay, we're happy now with our altitude and the speed, so back round we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, you may have noticed that we've just begun our final descent into our destination. If you could now assist the cabin crew by tidying up your tray table and handing them any litter as they come around.
Fox 1, speeds checked, Fox 1.
For safety reasons, we ask now that you please turn off all electronic devices or switch them to airplane mode until after we have landed. Please note that the aircraft toilets are now out of use. If you wish to become a EasyJet Sim Pilot channel member, please contact a member of your cabin crew who will be happy to assist you. Thank you, and we hope you have enjoyed your flight.
Roy says he's based at Gatwick and did this rotation last week. Happy landings. Oh, Roy. Thank you, sir. Cabin crew, pilot, passenger? You don't have to answer, of course. Okay, remember, we want to stabilise approach. Whiskey India 002, the final descent point. We'll get the final approach mode engaged before that. Roy, flight crew. Exciting stuff. And Otto, I love that. Thanks so much, Otto. Thank you for being my in-flight entertainment tonight. Otto, thank you so much for your very generous super chat. 50 Norwegian krona. Thank you so much. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed tonight. It's always a little bit different, isn't it, doing Innsbruck? And then we had the issue at the start as well with the weight and things like that. So yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed it. Yeah, so we're getting set whole speed just because we're not flying at S speed. We're not in managed speed at the moment, but I'm not too concerned with that. Right, final check before we go down then. We want to make sure GPS accuracy is high. Indeed, it is. We're now heading back to Rattenberg, and then we're on for Whiskey India 002. Train radar is on. We should be on the ground in around 20 minutes. Will, you had to cut the grass at taxiway A because the taxiway was completely blocked. I think I'd have just come off VATSIM. A beautiful nighttime approach into Innsbruck. What more could we wish for on a Wednesday night? And Von McLean celebrating 40 months of training, captain level membership. Von, thank you, mate. I know how much you do for the channel, so thank you, Vaughn. Says sorry you're late. His stream ran late. Well, you've come for the best bit, Vaughn. Look at that. You can just see the terrain now starting to creep in, and here it comes on the navigation display. Felix, good morning, Lemon Wolf. Hi, mate. Welcome to the exciting bit. Now, is this an aircraft climbing out? This could be interesting. This is why we need ATC, isn't it? And Innsbruck traffic, easy 8293. Now overhead Rattenberg NDB, starting down on the RNP Zoo approach runway 26. Flaps 2. So about to start heading down the valley, speed 150. That's the maximum, by the way, so we'll go to final approach speed. A little bit of rain. Right, we're 2.5 miles out. Let's start configuring ourselves for this approach down. Alt. So we're going to go gear down. And flaps 3. Speeds checked. Flaps 3. Hold it at 150 knots. Final approach. That's captured, so let's now set the missed approach altitude, which is 11,500 feet. Quite disconcerting that, seeing the line blue. That's actually the go-around track that you can see, because it brings us directly back here. And looking at that, I can already see Innsbruck straight through the valley. Should we fly visual from here? Time to start concentrating. Yeah, so for those of you just coming in for the last few moments, the APU bleed and APU is of course on, and that is because it's Innsbruck and we're in the middle of a valley, and if something went wrong and we need to get out of here quickly, we want maximum performance to the engines, so that's the reason why. Innsbruck traffic, keys 8293, runway 2616 mile final. Will, glad you had fun, mate. Particularly as you impersonated a lawnmower at one point through no fault of your own. Really glad you enjoyed it. See you next time. Robert, if you want to get into flying the Fenix, then check out the channel for literally step-by-step, a full flight step-by-step tutorial which goes into quite a bit of detail through everything. So yeah, check that out on the channel and hopefully that'll get you flying this in no time. There's a full flight on there from Gatwick to Prague, I think it is, that you can do in stages. Jolly says the night lighting looks amazing. How come? No idea. It's obviously not a mod or anything like that. It is just pure default, pure beautiful default. Okay, now remember, if something goes wrong and we need to go around, then we're not in the Neo. I can't use soft go around. I will go toga. And then we will bring the thrust back just so we get the aircraft into the go-around phase, following the go-around track. Yeah, we can do this at this speed, and we can do it at flaps 3. We want to stay at 150 knots. Right, I'm happy with this. I'm committing to this. So we're about 10 mile final. We'll slow to final approach speed in a moment and get flaps full out. The main thing here, of course, if something goes wrong, is we just need to be safe. The terrain is the key, isn't it? Mike's guessing 142 on landing. This is the other thing, Mike. We don't want a smooth landing. We want to stop. So I'm not buttering anything. There's no butter. This is complete margarine or Nutella. This is going to be a Nutella landing. Which, trying to spread that stuff, God, it's awful.
2,500.
Radio altimeter alive. Innsbruck traffic easy, 8293, runway 267, mile final. Here's the rain. A little bit of rain here, a little bit of rain there. Yeah, that looks great. Okay. So we'll go flaps full, start slowing down, landing checklist. So our cabin is secured, auto thrust speed, go around altitude 11,500 set, ECAM landing, no blue, not yet. Why have we not got that yet? I feel like I've forgotten something. There we go. Right, well, don't really think we need to rely on autopilot for much longer. I have control. Got variable wind as well, remember. Just keep an eye on those pappies. VDEF scale seems to be dropping down, but I'm not too concerned about that.
1,000.
Centre line.
100 above. Minimum.
Continue.
500.
Stable.
100. 50, 40, 30, 10, 5.
And spoilers. Reverse green. Brake's doing its job, I've got no issue stopping. 70 knots, reverse is off. Welcome to Innsbruck.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cabin crew will shortly be leaving their seats to perform safety-related duties. However, we ask that you remain seated until the fasten seatbelt sign has been switched off. Portable electronic devices for messaging, calls or internet access may now be used. Please make sure that you take all your personal belongings with you, checking in the seat pocket, underneath the seat and in the overhead lockers. Do take care when opening the lockers in case anything falls out. Smoking is not permitted until you reach a designated smoking area. On behalf of the captain and the crew, it has been our pleasure looking after you today. Our ground crew will help you complete your EasyJet journey. For the latest news, promotions, flight and destination information, check out our official Facebook page, Twitter or EasyJet app.
Right, well luckily I have got a replay of that, so we can check that out in a little bit. Innsbruck's always good fun, isn't it? We like Innsbruck. We like Innsbruck. I don't, as much fun as it is, I don't like to come here too often on stream, just because we could saturate it too much. So when we do it, it wants to be something a little bit special. This is default Zobo scenery as well, by the way, guys, which I don't think is too bad at all. What was the landing rate then? I obviously don't get to see it like you guys do. Hopefully it wasn't too bad. Firm enough for us to stop, but not break any bones. 108. That's probably softer than I would have aimed for, to be honest, but I'll take it. Right, are we going to be able to... This is the thing with Innsbruck. I don't think we're going there, guys. Yeah, the thing with Innsbruck is there's no real parking places, so you kind of have to just guess. That'll do. Here he is, Mr. Marshaller. He's waving at me. Is he going to tell me to stop? I'm going to stop there. That'll do. Right. Who wants to see the replay? Because I certainly do. Let me come off of VATSIM. Thank you to anyone who flew alongside us tonight. Let's just disconnect from that. We will also get rid of the self-loading cargo. Do that. He didn't give us the stop there. There we go. He normally should. He should bring the batons into an X, but there you go. Let's rewind and see how that looked, shall we? Now, before I go ahead and do this, I just need to turn all these systems off because they go nuts. Let's see what happens if we select that. I started it quite far back. We don't need to go that far, obviously, but let's have a look from there and play. Oh, it looks gorgeous at night, doesn't it? The sim, absolutely beautiful. This would look really gorgeous as well in the daytime, let's be honest, but I'll leave it at night time. If you have enjoyed today's stream, guys, please do hit that like button. It makes a huge difference to the channel. It really, really does. So a big thank you to everyone who's already gone ahead and done that. Chris, you say night flights are your favourite. I think you said that before. I don't know. Yeah, there's something about them, isn't there? And when you're coming into Innsbruck as well, you know you've got the terrain all around you that you can't see. You know it's there. Yeah, it's just something different. Something a little different about it. Oh, there it is. You can just see it. Nearly a full moon tonight, as Christian said a little bit earlier on, so that made it quite bright in places. Craig, I'm glad you enjoyed tonight. The rain effects as well. I mean, you could be forgiven for thinking, particularly if you're watching this on maybe a small device, you could be forgiven for thinking that this was real. Though those football pitches look like the team playing at the top of it will have a rather unfair advantage. Never noticed that before. Just missing trains now. Get some trains in, Azobo. Come on, if you can do it with cars. Right, here we go, nearly over the threshold. A little bit of wing flexors there as well then as we touch down. That was neat. Let's should we have a quick look out the other window? Not too far back for this one, but just the last few feet. See what that's like. Here we go. Seems to be a lot of blue lights down there. Don't know what they are. Are they more energy efficient, do you reckon? Yeah, what you can't see here at night time is, oh, you can just see it, but of course all the hills in the distance, the mountains rather, they're a bit big for hills. Still see, the announcements are from self-loading cargo, so yeah, sorry I didn't catch that question a little bit earlier on. Oh, beautiful. Right guys, well I hope you've enjoyed that. I'm going to leave you with the final replay to see us out, but yeah, really do hope you have enjoyed the flight. Where's all my power gone? I haven't turned the engines off, so that should still be on. But yeah, as I said, this was going to be our last stream for the evening stream, just because I didn't. I'm now working pretty much every evening over the next few days until next week. So we may try and get another one in before the weekend, depending on how things go. But if I don't see you again, I hope you have a great week. Thank you for being with us this evening. It's been a great stream. Love Innsbruck. Never straightforward, never easy. Always lots to talk about and lots to contemplate. So hopefully we've kept you entertained this evening as well. Thank you so much to everyone who has donated and contributed to keeping the channel going throughout the flight tonight, and of course to the EasyJet Pilot channel members. As always, thank you so much. I'm going to leave you with the final flight from the head of the flight deck into Innsbruck. Good night, everyone. Have a great week. Bye bye.
Fifty, 40, 30, 20, retard.